Hi, how's everyone? I hope I find you all well. Thank you for returning. And hello, if you are new, this is a collective read for the moon in Virgo right now. This is for any placements of Virgo, not just Virgo moons. It could be sun, moon rising, stellium, north node, or any house of your concern in your chart. The moon is right now in Virgo. So if you look in your chart, and see what house your Virgo is in. That may be an area of life where the moon is affecting you right now. So, Virgo, the moon is in you. Let's talk about it. The moon is receptive, intuitive, emotional, sensitive, and fluid energy. She governs Cancer, the sign Cancer, cycles, nurturing, and healing. Virgo is adaptable earth energy, ruled by Mercury. She's reliable, sacrificing, and analytical. She rules work, health, and daily routines. So this is a good few days to address health concerns like nutrition, diet, and exercise, examining our daily routines and work-life balance to see if we can make adjustments and improvements there. This transit also lends a little sensitivity and care to those aspects when before we were mostly being grounded and critical. I'm sorry, grounded and realistic about things. It can also make us a little critical. All the earth signs are varying degrees of judgmental, and Virgo's nature is to analyze and critique themselves and others, details, motives, and results. But the moon can make us overly sensitive about people being critical of us. So there may be feelings like I'm working hard, I'm taking care of loved ones, dedicated to my job, and being steady and grounded. I don't appreciate being criticized for dropping the ball on one random aspect. But please understand that it's probably just being noted that this ball that you dropped was you. This moon in Virgo grants the energy to put new goals and attention into our basic needs and healthy maintenance. So that's what that means. Oh, and then I think I'm going to do a separate reading for the big aspects because Moon in Virgo is involved in a very harsh square. It's not just a square aspect where Moon is excuse me, 90 degrees away from one other planet. This is four planets all in 90 degrees of each other. So this is one big square in the sky of planets that are at difficult 90-degree angles. Not only that, but the squares are um, comprised of two very strong oppositions. So the two crosses of the oppositions are forming the square that the squares are in. But that would take too long to write out and talk about for just a moon reading. So I might do something separate for that. We are still in that grand trine in air, which is that easy open flow of communication. But like I was saying in the reading yesterday, if you want to go back and listen to the intro, for that one, I talk about the Grand Trine in air, and it's such an easy flow of communication that sometimes information is taken for granted, that other people already know it, or that it's clear to people that we can see it, why can't they? I say we because I'm an air sign, so with the Grand Trine in air, it involves Gemini, Libra, and Aquarius energy that's very intellectual, very but it can also be a little too analytical. I know analysis kind of goes towards Virgo because they're a more grounded aspect of our air energy. They are ruled by Mercury, which also rules Gemini. That's why a lot of times people give Virgo honorary air sign status because they're ruled by Mercury. So there's a lot of I almost feel like overwhelming evidence, overwhelming information. There's just so much happening all at once. The energy is just open conduit for things, for shit to happen, right? And we're all learning about it. I mean, we can follow that, what's going on in politics and society right now. There is a lot going on, and there's a lot of information to process. The problem is that some people might not see it as clearly as we do, right? So that can come into, that can bring us into contention with people, because for us, we're like, don't you see? Don't you see what you're looking at? And other people are like, I don't understand what you're talking about. I don't see how you could get to that conclusion. And it's frustrating because to us, it's absolutely obvious how you get to that conclusion. And it's just, it's like trying to explain calculus to a kindergartner sometimes, you know? So, Moon and Virgo, let's get to your reading. When I dropped the first light tarot, we got two cards. So, I'll read both. Usually I don't keep them, but something told me to keep them this time. You got vibration, and vibration is, pretty much your vibe, and it calls for you to vibe at a higher vibration, vibe at a higher vibration, um, than usual or than you're used to, right? This is don't scatter your energy. It says interact compassionately, vibe high, engage in positive actions, because that has to do with the golden rule. Now, there's I think it's my Libra nature that even though sometimes we get very positive input, there's always the other side. There's always the balance to that, okay? So where it says the golden rule, do unto others as you would have them do unto you. However, there's a caveat to that, honestly. And it's that don't don't keep pouring into an endless well, an empty well, because just because it's noble to keep giving doesn't mean that you need to give to something that's just a drain. Okay, so do unto others, but make sure you include yourself in that also. Treat yourself the way you want others to treat you. Okay, and then treat them accordingly. That's the golden, to me, that's the more updated golden rule. I mean, at some point you can't keep giving if nothing is being given back. But that includes to yourself, right? You can't keep giving out to people if they don't give back. At some point, you're going to have to put that payment in back to yourself. Okay? But if you do have to do that, make sure that whoever you're giving to that's not giving back. Now, I have to put a caveat there too. There are instances where you have people in your life that are not in a position to give back at the moment. And I don't think that you need to, well, I'm not going to give to them because they can't give back to me right now. That's not the golden rule. You have to go at it um, wisely. Okay? If you know that that friend or that person has given before or will give in the future, if you know that person to be good and generous and they just need help at the moment and you're able to help, then do that, because that brings your vibration up and theirs. Because if you remember being in a situation like that, you remember how low your energy was and how deep in despair or fear or just not knowing where your next whatever is going to come from. You remember being in a hard situation, and the way that your body and your energy and your mind and your emotions felt very low. If you give to someone, it raises your vibration and theirs, and that allows them to come up out of that situation. Now, please keep that in mind when you're helping people, that maybe they can't give back at the moment, but they have given before, and you know they will give back in some capacity at some point. But don't hold that to account. Don't hold that as a debt. Know that the universe will bring that back to you. in due time, okay? Then there is the distinction of always having to give to people who never gave back. They never invested in you. They never invested in their own, raising themselves, and they just expect you to keep doing it for them. That's the drain. So if you want somebody to, if you don't, how do I put this? You don't want someone to do that to you. So don't do that for someone. Okay? Interact compassionately. That's what it says. It also says to not scatter your energy. What were we talking about in the reading about giving a little bit back to yourself? Okay. We are in a dynamic right now where the South Node and North Node is Libra Aries, and the South Node in Libra means that we had been, either in this life or a past life, been giving a little too much to other relationships, and now we're being called to draw that energy to the North Node in Aries, where we're giving it more to ourselves and our own needs. It's not selfish, it's maintenance. Okay? The next card you dropped from the First Light Tarot is Code, and that's a number 5. The other one was 21, which broke down to a 3. You got a 5. 5 and 3 together is 8. I love this card for you, for Virgo, for the moon in Virgo, because it makes me feel like there's analysis going on here. The Code card is interesting. It's not in other tarot decks. It's like it's not even an advice card. It's kind of an oracle card for this particular deck. It's called the First Light Tarot. Um, this has to do with synchronicities, coincidences, signs, and puzzles. Things you got to figure out. This is right up Virgo Energy's alley. They love to analyze things. The key to this card, which is so unique in this deck, I've never encountered this idea in any other decks. The key to the card of called Code is that if you can learn this is like computer programming. If you can learn the language, you can read the program. And if you can read the program, you can edit it. Okay, I hope that resonates with someone. The signs and synchronicities, little coincidences, little things that people are like think are coincidence that you can pinpoint is something that the divine has moved into place for you. That's all part of the universal code. Okay, the coding of the process of how things progress. And if you can learn if you can learn the language, and every sign, puzzle, and coincidence is a letter or a word in the language. If you can start recognizing that, you can start seeing the pattern take place. So this may be patterns in other people or yourself, synchronicities about things to come. Now, the moon energy, she does rule Cancer, and Cancer rules. If I were to describe the water signs, I always describe Cancer, the first sign, as the shallow waters of the tide pools, where all the little creatures come out when the tide comes in, and they go back in their little caverns or whatever. They go in dormant when the tide goes out, and the tide is controlled by the moon. And when the moon is in and the moon is gone, the tides come in and the tides come out. That's Cancer energy. It's always in the shallows in the water, um, like the shoreline of things. Any area that is affected by the ebbing and flowing of the tides. Okay. So this could be cycles coming back around that are going to give you an opportunity to see the little details that make them what they are, okay? And once you are able to pick, and it's like Virgo, you and Scorpio energy is a very analytical. Scorpios love to take things apart and explore. It's like a dissecting something in science class, and I really I feel that a lot with you also, but with intellectual stuff, information, news, learning, ideas, things like that. Scorpio will do it to people. So I have a feeling that you're going to be able to really dig into the cycles of interacting with people, this vibration, giving yourself the golden rule to other people and yourself. And then you've got code. Look for the signs and synchronicities. There may be signs of when somebody comes back around in their need, if it's a cycle or if it's something that you always have to come back to. It's like, the new year is coming, and a lot of people make resolutions for the new year. That's a cycle. It comes back around every year, and every year we make promises to ourselves to better ourselves or change something, adjust something, make new goals. It comes around every year. That's a cycle. But now we're given the heads up and the opportunity to look at all the minute details that go into fulfilling that goal. Okay? And if you find that some of the things that always come around are the things that sabotage you halfway through January and you give up your gym membership, then those are things that you can look at and adjust. Okay, that's the code. So when I dropped the tarot, we got Judgment, Justice, and the Knight of Swords. And I will get clarification on these. So something is coming around where you're going to be able to call it back from you thought it was done. Judgment is an interesting energy because at the last judgment, the archangel blows the trumpet and everything that is dead comes out of its grave and it goes to account. Okay, your heart in Egyptian mythology, your heart is weighed against the feather of truth, and if you are deemed worthy, you can go continue on into the duat, which is the underworld, and there you either tally up your lessons, you go through, it's like a review process. And that's what judgment is. It's a review process in order to make a final verdict. Then you have justice here, and they are similar energies, but justice is a lower vibration of judgment. Judgment is number 20. 20? Judgment is number 20, and justice, I believe, is 11. So it's a lower vibration. We've got Libra energy here. Sword energy, I tend to think, because he does carry the sword of justice. And usually justice has scales, but in this card it doesn't. It does have the yin and yang symbol, though. Equality and balance. Okay, and he's standing on it. 1 foot on each color, which means you have to bring two kinds of energy into balance in order to make a balanced judgment, basically. But it's impartiality being ruled by Libra energy. Libra is often thought of as being very cold. Like if you come before a Libra judge as a judge, no matter the relationship you may have with them, if they are called to be a judge over something, they will switch gears into a very impartial mode, and they will give a judgment that is fair down the middle according to the information and the laws that are at hand. Whether it benefits you as their friend or it doesn't matter. And then when it's finished, they'll just look at you and go, "What, are we going to go get lunch now?" And you might be like, "I don't understand how you could judge that against me and still think we're friends." And the reason is because the verdict and judging is impartial, and it has nothing to do with how you feel about the person or the situation. It only has to deal with the information, and information is neutral. That's why usually justice is blind. Okay? So you're coming into this energy where there's something that may be being called back from what you thought was done. You thought it was over. You thought it wasn't an option anymore. Now something's coming back around. Remember the cycles energy coming back around for you to take another look at it. And this time, maybe if you didn't last time, this time you're going to come at it as very balanced and impartial. I heard, "I'm not going to let that happen to me again." I don't know if that resonates for somebody, but they interrupted me so I could say it. Then you have the Knight of Swords. Again, Libra energy. This it's really interesting that it came out like this. Judgment is not no particular sign, or is it? I mean, maybe it could be Libra energy, but I don't remember ever giving it. Excuse me. I hate ads when the music is playing. It drives me nuts. Because I use music in order to concentrate, but then they keep putting ads in the middle, and I can't find any that don't have ads on them. Sorry about the interruption. It's crazy. So, there may be something coming back around. Let's read what the card says. It says examination, reconsidering, reassessment, final decisions, and self evaluation. Yep. And then justice is impartiality, careful review, and a verdict. Okay. And then we've got the Knight of Swords. Again, Libra energy. This is very fast moving. The Knight of Swords is the fastest knight in the deck. Air is the fastest moving energy. Okay. If you think about the elements that they're based on, fire is very fast. Air is very fast. Water can be fast, but it's slower than the other two. And then earth energy is the absolute slowest. This we have the Knight of Swords. Very fast moving communication, assertive energy, very direct and daring, efficient and intellectual. So you're coming at whatever this is in a very intellectual manner. Okay, I don't see any emotions here. The only feeling of emotion I'm getting from this reading is the fact that it has to do with the moon. And the moon is Cancer energy, which, like I said in the reading, will bring a little bit of sensitivity into the situation. So we're going to get clarification on this, because all we know so far is that something is coming back from the dead to be judged again. You're going to come at it impartially this time, I feel, and be very quick and assertive about your decision. So let's go to the cards and get some clarity on this. Oops. Like, this will resonate with everyone differently, because Virgo will be in different houses for everyone. So if this is like somebody in the collective has Virgo in the 10th house, this might play out in your area of career, legacy, your reputation, structure and tradition, earth energy kind of things. Capricorn rules the 10th house. If this is in your 6th house, our 5th house, ruled by Leo, this could be something that has to do with your home. Well, not your home, but think of the animal that Leo rules. 5th house energy is the pride. And it's not only the ego pride, but the lion's pride. And the lion's pride is whoever is in its vision, whoever it sees, whoever is in its vicinity, whoever it crosses paths with. For me, I have my moon in Leo, so whoever crosses my path is mine forever now. If I've seen you, if I've fed you, if I've interacted with you, if we've shaken hands, I'm yours forever and you're mine forever. And that has to do with a feeling of protectiveness. So if your Virgo is in the 5th house, the moon may be affecting that area of your life. So let's get some clarity, please, on judgment. What are Virgo placements judging? What's coming back around? Oh, one fell. Some readers don't take the ones that fall on the floor because they think that it's the universe omitting that card, but I do take them. Oh, Page of Cups, but in reverse. Okay, so now we have some emotion coming into it. I heard, you done me dirty. And now you want to come back and let me, and try this again? What does this say? It says, ooh, new emotional investment? My eyes are terrible. Just so you know. Page of Cups upright is someone who's sensitive, sincere, and eager. But what I also get from the page is it's someone testing the waters. If you look at the Page of Cups, he's standing on the shore with his cup, and he's just dipped that cup into the water, and that symbolizes reaching into something that's emotional to see see what's going on under the surface. So he brought up the cup and it has a fish in it and he's talking to the fish and what he's saying is, what does it look like down there? Are they receptive to me? Do you think I can give them an offer? Do you think I can come fishing, quote unquote? And the fish is telling him either, yeah, everything looks calm, the tides come in, everything is hunky dory, you can come on in and make your offer. Or now that we have it in reverse, he's saying, I don't fucking think so. Whatever emotions he dipped his cup into are a little too upheaved right now. You like that word? I keep using that word, upheaved. Something is roiling. They use the word roiling for when the sea is unruly, right? So somebody's coming back that could have done you dirty. And they're just dipping their toe in, they're dipping their cup in, pulling that fish out and going, how are they feeling? Are they still salty? Are they still butthurt about what I did? Can I come back? And now you get to look at them and reassess the situation, either the relationship or the offer or their behavior from the past, and really you get to really reconsider um, how they made you feel, how you feel about the situation. So let's get justice, please, for Moon in Virgo. Can we clarify justice? What is going to be the final verdict here? Careful review and impartiality. Please clarify justice. Oh, that's too many. Please clarify justice. Oh, 4 of coins in reverse. Somebody was not generous. Somebody was very wasteful with whatever you were putting into that situation. They gambled that away. Oh my goodness. Or you. I heard the investment, which is Pentacles, that you put into it, you knew was a gamble. But I mean, gamble. It was supposed to go one of two ways. You either put the investment in and they hold up their end of the bargain, or you put the investment in and they drop the ball. And something about this, the ball was dropped. Now you're not being so generous with the the verdict that you're going to come to. You're not being so generous with them. It's like they wasted your energy. They wasted your investment in the situation. Why do we keep saying they? I'll switch in a minute. So 4 of Pentacles is called the miser. And when you think of the pentacles, you go the Ace of Pentacles, which is in one of my decks, it's represented by Jack and the Beanstalk, the bean. Okay, that's the pentacle, the seed, one little seed given to you by the divine. You didn't even plan for it. It was just remember the code, a sign, synchronicity, a coincidence, something like that, where the divine just kind of, I'm not going to say that. Divine gives you a coin out of the blue and you decide what to do with it. Jack decided to plant it and hope for the best. So that's the Ace of Pentacles. The 2 of Pentacles is balancing work life. It's like I'm tending to this seed, but I've got other things going on and I need to find balance in the two. The 3 of Pentacles is getting recognition for the things that the work that you have already put in. The 4 of Pentacles, you just have a little and you're being very protective of it because it's all still growing. You're not even at the 6 yet where you have enough to share. It's just 4 Pentacles. And so you're being very, very cautious with it. Now this in the reverse means that there was an energy of being wasteful. And that's on top of justice. So let's go to the Knight of Swords, please. What is the energy? Oh, what do we got? Oh, we got another knight. The Knight of Cups. Oh, he was idealistic. He thought the best. See? You had the best of intentions, when you went into this. Idealistic, romantic, diplomatic, and earnest. You had your full heart in this. You were sincere, you were forthcoming, you were energetic about it, you were enthusiastic, you had Knight of Swords energies where you were daring and assertive, but also intellectual and efficient. Or you're going to come into it with this. So when this cycle comes back around, now they want me to switch the energy to just a cycle of a situation. Okay? Something's coming back up. And it could be a new emotional investment. Okay? But you remember what happened the last time. So you're going to come at this more impartially because you feel like whatever you put into the situation last time was wasted. This could be with an air sign. We've got the Knight of Swords, who also has water in their chart. We've got the Knight of Cups. That would be Scorpio energy. So far we've got Libra energy, Scorpio energy. Page of Cups is Cancer energy. There's the moon right there. Page of Cups, that's Cancer. So Cancer, Libra, Scorpio. Okay? That could be in your chart or in the chart of somebody who, oh, I didn't do my spiel. I hate when I forget. Please keep in mind. Remember that not all messages will resonate for every person. So leave what doesn't resonate now, but keep it in mind because it might make sense at a later time. You're all at different points in your timeline. I can read the script, but I can't tell you which character you all individually play or where you choose to stand on the stage, whether you're an observer or you're involved in the situation. I can only read the script, meaning I can only read the energy. I can't tell you how you all individually interact with it, okay? But I can also tell you the signs of the people involved, whether it be you or whoever you're interacting with. So we've got Cancer energy with the Page of Cups. Four of Pentacles should be Taurus energy. Cancer, Taurus, Libra, and Scorpio. Cancer, Taurus, Libra, and Scorpio. Okay? So this could be someone coming in at the tail end of this cycle of reevaluating, who may be an air sign with water placements or vice versa. Or it could be you, but there is definitely coming an energy. It's a really wonderful energy too. It almost feels like it's gonna put you on its horse and get you out of the situation. I don't know why. I feel like this is quote unquote, they're telling me this is gonna be an out, quote unquote, an out. Someone's coming in to help, or you're gonna be enlightened into these new energies of, to see, diplomatic. I like that. That also reminds me of Libra energy because Libras are the diplomats. They keep the peace, they keep everything balanced. They go at things diplomatically. So you're going to come into it with balanced emotions here. I like the Knight of Cups. The cup he's carrying is the cup from the page. So it's got the offer. Oh, I'm going to draw one more for that one. One more because I want to see if he's coming in. If I want to, what's this knight's intention, please? One last card, please. What's this knight's intention? Knight of Cups. What's in the cup? Because it could be empty or it could be full, and it could be wine or it could be poison. What's in the cup, please? Oh, Nine of Pentacles. It's riches and fulfillment, resourcefulness, prosperity, and they are self-made. This is Nine of Pentacles. Somebody who's worked very hard, somebody who's gotten very far, somebody who doesn't have anybody else to take care of, but they're in a position of being able to share some of their resources. I love it. Love it, love it. So this might have a better outcome this time around. Now, I say outcome, but use it lightly. If we're talking about life cycles, the Wheel of Fortune, um, nothing really comes to an outcome. It's just, it is a milestone along the way of life. Okay, but there's very few real endings. It's just because the wheel will always keep turning. Life goes on, the world keeps spinning, the sky keeps spinning, time keeps ticking. There's no real outcome till the end. And I don't usually draw a quote unquote outcome. There's some, the card I use is the position I choose to call it is the next step. Okay. So, whatever this is coming back around, whatever you're investing in, again, this time it's actually going to be good. But I feel it's because somebody who's the person that's coming in is completely different from who you were interacting with before. So you might feel like this cycle that's coming back around, it's like, I've seen this before, I've invested in something like this before, it didn't work out, my energy was wasted. Now you're coming into it a little more grounded, maybe a little more critical of this feeling that's coming back, right? However, it's not the same person. Well, now they're telling me for some in the collective, think of it this way. The energy coming back around is the same. So when people say, oh, this person is coming back, it doesn't always necessarily mean it's the same person, but it's the same energy as the last situation. So maybe the next person coming in, you fear would be the same kind of person as who you had to interact before. And now you're thinking, I've seen this before. I know this kind of person. I know what they're going to do. I know what I need to do. I'm coming at this smarter this time. Well, hold your horses, okay? Because this time, this knight coming in, male or female, is coming in sincere. Both of these knights are in the upright, which means they are in their um, positive energy. Okay, if they were reversed, I'd warn you, but they're not. They're in their uprightedness. Okay, they're noble. They're sincere. Um, This one is very intelligent, and I get emotionally intelligent. You've got the Knight of Cups here, who's very emotional, and you've got the Knight of Swords, who's very intelligent. To me, this person coming in has high emotional intelligence, okay, whereas maybe before they didn't. So the person, I say person because we got two knights here, right? This is more than a situation. The court cards usually represent a person coming in, you or somebody you're interacting with. And this person might have earth placements in them. Nine of Pentacles should be Virgo Capricorn-ish. Okay? So we've got Libra, Scorpio, Capricorn. That could be your placements or theirs. And this time, this time it's good. If this is the same person coming back around, now they're in a Nine of Pentacles. They did the work. They absolutely did the work. This is rare. So be very, very intuitive of your situation. if this person is in that Nine of Pentacles energy, or if this is you, because they could be coming back in and then you're the Nine of Pentacles and you're like, I worked too hard to get where I am now. I'm not taking your cup. It's probably Mickey'd. You're coming in a little too hot and fast. That's that Knight of Swords. You're coming in with a full cup and full armor. You're looking good. You're smelling good. You sound sincere and diplomatic and romantic, but I don't know what's in that cup. Did you spike it? Is that more of the same? Did you Mickey that shit? There's a roofie in there, isn't there? You're thinking to yourself, I don't know if I can trust this person because you did the work. You elevated. You're at a Nine of Pentacles. You came from that Four of Pentacles where you wasted your energy and you made something of yourself. Now you don't want to let anybody get in the way of that. So that could be if that's your energy. Okay. So what do we have as a summary here? Vibe high. Treat people the way you want to be treated, but remember that goes both ways. Don't let people take advantage of you because you wouldn't want to don't take advantage of people because you wouldn't want to be taken advantage of. That goes both ways, okay? Code, read the signs. You see the signs, you know the synchronicities, you know the coincidences, you know the pieces of the puzzle, you've seen it before, you've done it before. Now read the script, okay? If you can read the code, you can read the programming and you can change the program. You can edit it, all right? So something is coming back around that you thought was dead. Maybe somebody coming back in as a page, dipping their cup, pulling up the fish and asking, hey, what's going on with them? Or knock on the door, hey, are you receptive? Maybe a communication. This might be internal too, because I don't get any communication on this stack. I think it's just them wondering if they can come back in. But this is a new emotional investment. And then over here, we've got the investment, Be impartial, be critical, and be intellectual about it. Be generous, but don't waste. Be generous, but don't waste your energy on something that when it came around the last time, especially if they haven't changed. Okay, that's the key. Because here with the Nine of Pentacles, it looks like if this is their energy, they've done the work. But I want to say critical. Give me a different word. Be rational about this, okay? I also heard be fair. Be fair. If they did the work and they're coming in sincere, be fair to them. It's ultimately up to you if you even want to revisit this if this comes around again, whether it's a situation or a person. It's ultimately up to you. And you're going to be very discerning about this. I like it. I don't feel like there's deception here this time. But make sure that, hang on. You're being discerning because perhaps there was deception in the past, but don't let it deceive you, okay? Otherwise, I feel really good about this cycle for you. Collective, I love this. So let's go to the angel ancestor cards. I hope this is resonating. I hope the messages are reaching you for your highest good. If you are vibing with my content, please take a moment to leave a thumbs up, subscribe, share my video. That helps the algorithm get my content seen. In the description, you'll find my email and donation links. I'm open for personal readings and birth chart inquiries. And for any small donation, I would love to do a 3-card spread for you as a thank you if you would like that. Email, Venmo, and Cash App are in the description. I appreciate any and all feedback, signal boost, comment, or donation. Thank you so much for spending this time with me. Let's get one ancestor oracle message for the collective for this moon in Virgo cycle. Let's tie this all together, please. Too many. That would have been interesting, but that's too many. Sometimes my hands are dry and they don't flip very easily. Too many. Too many. That one? Okay. Shaman. Okay. Trust in higher forces. That's interesting. Let's go to the shaman. All right. Let's turn the brightness down a little so that we don't get the glare when I hold the card up. Shaman energy. Trust in higher forces. It says, trust your angels, guides, and ancestors. If you've given your power away, it's time to claim it back. There are spiritual allies working in your favor, and their miracles will unfold much more easily when you move into a state of trust. So call back your power and stop allowing external forces to divert you from the miracles you deserve. Hand over all of your concerns to your spiritual allies. When you do so, you allow them to send you intuitive guidance and messages that will allow you to correct the situation and come out on top. That's the code. Signs, synchronicities, intuitive guidance and messages. When you step back and receive that, then you can be privy to the patterns and what you need to do to change them. Okay? The shaman card also shows that you have shamanic potential to move between the realms and connect with your guides on an entirely personal way. Extremely personal way. In an extremely personal way. So that tells me that you're going to be able to read these. You already can. But in a lot of cases, especially with that earth energy and the air energy, we kind of don't trust it because we can't hold it. We can't test it. We can't prove it. We can't, it's not tangible. It's up in the mind and in the emotions and intuition. And for a lot, I'm a quadruple air with an earth ascension, earth rising, and so there's a lot of logic and there's a lot of rationale and there's a lot of facts. I just what's the facts? What can I see? What can I know? What can I trust? Right? But also in my chart, I have a grand trine in water, which means that intuitive side is also free flowing, but the two don't mix. So a lot of times, especially with this Virgo energy, there's a lot of air energy here. The intellect and the intuition don't always match, okay? But you're going to get signs and messages to show how you should proceed, all right? Let's get some final oracle messages here for the collective, for the moon in Virgo, please, about cycles, reading the signs, reading the patterns, reinvesting in ourselves, reinvesting in something that may come back around. being intellectual, being discerning about the people who may come back around, and receiving the messages that the divine wants us to pay attention to, please. Saturn's in play. Okay. Saturn is in Pisces right now, and Pisces is the sign of deep intuition, almost to the point of psychic ability. So with Saturn there, yeah, I can assume that there's some blockages. So what do we have so far? We've got, remember, you are fire. Okay, the fire signs are Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius. We don't have any fire in this reading. No fire. That's why they want you to remember. Okay? Remember the properties of fire. It's purification by burning. It's adaptable. It's loving. It's creative. Ignite your fire and burn for yourself. Remember, you are fire. And adapt. Be adaptable. Okay? Now we have the mountain. There is major challenge to overcome, but they're telling me that it's you. Okay? You're the mountain. And it's moon in Virgo energy. Virgo is an earth sign. So sometimes we are our own obstacles. Then we got the Saturn energy. It's restriction, deadlines, timing, work, and tests. But it's also reminding us to be humorous. You wouldn't think so, but Capricorn energy, they are very observant. It's like the observational comics where they just watch people around them and then they can, joke about it. It's also dedicated. That's, that Virgo energy. It's loyal. There's a sense of sacrifice and perseverance here. Not Saturn is in Pisces. So there may be some obstacles there in the psychic department. That's why the shaman card came out. Then we have salt. It's protection. You are protected and you can boost your protection. So you can Google different ways to protect yourself. The salt circle, like, I don't know if you're familiar with the salt perimeter for your home, where the theory is, well, the magical theory is anyways, when you salt the windows and doorways and things like that, whatever comes over the threshold will, if they have ill intent, it will be that won't come in, basically. Salt does preserve and protect, okay? But then you also got the mice. So something is nibbling away at some resources here. And I can't tell if it's financial resources or emotional resources, but whatever it is, be wary of something being picked away at, okay? Either you or your or money, your energy, something like that. The mice card says nibbling away at resources, dwindling, slow decay, which means just, not that something's going to die, but it's that it's being eaten away slowly. Okay, there's waste here, so be alert. Remember, we did get the Four of Pentacles in reverse, which is generous but wasteful. Don't give too much. Don't allow too much to be given. Okay? Be alert, observe, and preserve. Okay? Then you've got angel number 666. Now, don't get afraid. Everybody, freaks out when they hear 666, thinking it's the number of the devil. The reason I made it this card is because fear is the illusion. Fear is an illusion. Remove fear, doubt, and negativity. Those are the true demons. Do you know why? Because in mythology, demons were put here to take us off our divine path. And when you give into fear and doubt and negativity, if you give into other people telling you what they think you should be doing, you are being diverted. And didn't we run into, I think on the shaman card, don't let something divert you from your path? Now you have this reassurance, okay? Remove fear, doubt, and negativity. Tap into your own intuition. Tap into your goals. Come at things with impartiality and balance, okay? And keep walking your path. That's what I have for everyone. So thank you very much for tuning into this Moon in Virgo reading. Until I see you again in the next couple days. Thanks for sticking with me. Okay, thanks. Bye.